It was in December 2019. Richard Gapassin Jr. was busted after attempting to pick up a package at the Guam main facility in Barrigada. The package contained over 1,000 grams of meth with a street value of over $500,000. His arrest was caught on camera, with the video making its rounds on social media. Gapassin eventually signed a plea agreement to provide additional information on other cases in exchange for a lesser sentence. Today marked an 8th attempt at his sentencing. And here's where Chief Judge took issue with the feds. According to her decision and order, Gapassin, as part of his deal, cooperated in that he provided names and detailed information of more than 12 individuals alleged to be involved in the local drug trade. He also provided information relating to 3 potential public corruption activities on Guam, including details about criminal activities in which local government employees in 3 separate government entities may be committing. The Chief Judge noted in her order that federal law enforcement agencies weren't sharing information, communicating, and for the most part, Gapassin's information went unvetted. Gatewood went so far as singling out prosecutor Stephen Leon Guerrero and DEA resident agency in charge Ken Bowman for their lack of courtroom decorum, candor, and leadership in handling this case. Quote, "First and foremost, both individuals displayed unprofessional conduct during several of the sentencing hearings. Rather than responding to the court's questions, they both appeared to be nonchalant, with both going so far as laughing for unknown reasons during their testimony and argument." The judge, in her written order issued today, stated it was meant to send a strong message that the United States is one government, not 5 mini-governments, not the United States of the Attorney General's office, not the United States of the Drug Enforcement Agency, not the United States of the Postal Inspection Service, not the United States of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and not the United States of Homeland Security Investigations. Judge Gatewood adding there is an expectation of leadership, communication, coordination, and investigation, to name a few. During today's sentencing hearing, Gapassin said in his statement, quote, "I'd like to apologize to the public, especially my family, for the role I played for distributing meth to the island. I know I was wrong, but I'm not a criminal. I'm a drug dealer, and I suffer from a drug problem." However, while on release after pleading guilty, Gapassin began missing drug tests and even provided diluted samples on 3 occasions. He also started failing to participate in his required substance abuse therapy and even admitted to using drugs while on release. Chief Judge Francis Tydingco Gatewood responded, quote, "I think you're both a criminal and a drug addict. You have to want to get yourself on track. And if you really wanted to get help, why didn't you during that time you were on release?" Ultimately, he was sentenced to 61 months of imprisonment with credit for time served with a 5-year supervised release. The court also set a judicial recommendation for Gapassin to serve his time in an Oregon facility and participate in drug treatment, vocational, and educational programs. He must also serve 100 hours of community service after imprisonment. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.